If your website traffic has been dropping this year and you can't figure out why, I need to show you something. Because it's probably not your SEO, it's not your content quality, it's not even your fault. Something much bigger is happening right now. Something that's silently draining traffic from websites across every industry. And almost nobody is talking about it in a way that actually makes sense. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Imagine you own a SaaS company. You spent the last 2 years building an incredible product. Your SEO is solid. You rank on page 1 for your main keywords. Your content is genuinely helpful. Your backlink profile is clean. But over the last 6 months, your organic traffic has dropped 30%. You check your Google Search Console, rankings look fine. You check your content, still good. You check for any updates, nothing unusual. So what's going on? Go to Google right now and search best CRM for small businesses. Look at the top of the page. See that AI overview? It just answered the entire question. Recommended specific tools, compared pricing, listed pros and cons. And the person who searched, they got everything they needed without clicking a single link. Your website could be ranking number 1. Doesn't matter, they never saw it. This is happening on millions of searches every single day. And today, I'm going to break down exactly what's going on, why your traffic is dropping, and what you can actually do about it. Stay till the end, because I'm going to show you a free tool we built that lets you check exactly how visible your brand is across every major AI platform. Let's get into it. So here's what fundamentally changed. For the last 20 years, the deal with search was simple. You create a website, you optimize it for keywords, you build backlinks, you publish great content, and in return, Google sends you traffic. People search, they see your link, they click, they visit your site. That was the contract. You do the work, you get the clicks. But in the last 12 to 18 months, that contract broke, and it broke very quietly. Here's the data. Over 50% of all Google searches now end without a single click. Not a decline in searches, a decline in clicks. People are still searching. They're just not clicking through to websites anymore. They're getting their answers directly on the search results page, often from Google's AI overview. And it's not just Google. This is happening across the board. People are going straight to ChatGPT and asking questions instead of Googling them. They're using Perplexity for research, they're asking Claude for recommendations, they're using Gemini for quick lookups. These AI tools are becoming the new search engines. Let's put some numbers behind this. A study published by Forbes found that Google's AI overviews alone can cause anywhere from a 15 to a 64% decline in organic traffic, depending on the industry. That's not a small dip. That's potentially more than half your organic traffic gone. Not because your SEO got worse, not because your content got worse, but because the way people find information has fundamentally changed. Now here's what makes this so frustrating for business owners and marketers. Your traditional SEO metrics might look completely fine. Google Search Console shows your rankings are stable or even improving. Your domain authority is growing. Your content is ranking for the right keywords, but your traffic is still going down. And you're left thinking, what am I missing? The answer is, you're not missing anything in traditional SEO. You're playing the right game. It's just that the game changed while you were playing it. A new game emerged, AI search, and it has completely different rules. Think about it this way. 10 years ago, if someone wanted to find the best project management tool, they'd Google it. They'd see 10 blue links. They'd click on 3 or 4 of them. They'd read blog posts, comparison articles, review sites. Your website might be one of those clicks. You had multiple chances to get in front of that person. Today, someone asks ChatGPT the same question. ChatGPT gives them a direct answer in 3 seconds. It names 3 tools, it compares them, it gives them a recommendation. That person got their answer in 3 seconds and visited 0 websites. How many chances did you have in front of them? 0, unless ChatGPT happened to mention your brand. That's the shift. The question isn't just how do I rank on Google? The question now is, does AI even know my brand exists? So let me actually break down what AI search is, because there's a lot of confusion out there, and I really want to make this clear because understanding this is the key to fixing the problem. Traditional Google works like this. You type in a keyword and Google shows you a list of websites. Think of it like a librarian. You ask a question and the librarian hands you 10 books. You have to open each book, read through it, and find the answer yourself. The books are the websites. The clicking and reading, that's where your traffic comes from. AI search is completely different. It works more like asking a knowledgeable friend. You ask a question, and instead of pointing you to sources, your friend just gives you the answer directly. They've read all the books, they've synthesized the information, and they give you a complete useful response right there. No clicking required. But here's the part most people miss. When your knowledgeable friend gives you that answer, they might say something like, for startups, I'd recommend MailChimp for its free tier. ConvertKit if you're focused on creators, and Brevo if you need something affordable. 3 brands just got recommended. That recommendation is the new real estate. That's what I call AI visibility, and it has nothing to do with traditional SEO rankings. Let me make this more concrete with an example. Say you run a company that makes an incredible email marketing tool. It's genuinely better than the competition. Better features, better pricing, better support. You're invested heavily in SEO. You rank number 1 on Google for best email marketing tool. Your organic traffic from Google is strong. But here's the problem. When someone goes to ChatGPT and asks, what's the best email marketing tool for a startup? ChatGPT doesn't see your Google ranking. It doesn't check the SERPs. It generates an answer based on its training data and web browsing. And if your brand doesn't appear frequently enough in the right context across the web, in Reddit threads, in blog posts, in reviews, in news articles, ChatGPT might not even mention you at all. Instead, it recommends 3 other tools. The person asking gets their answer, they're satisfied, they sign up for one of those 3 tools, and they never even know your product existed. You had the better product, you had the number 1 ranking, but you lost the customer because you were invisible to AI. Now let me show you something across different platforms. On Perplexity, when someone searches for best hotels in New York, Perplexity provides a detailed answer with specific hotel recommendations, pricing ranges, and neighborhood suggestions. It cites its sources at the bottom, but most people never scroll down to see them. They got what they needed. On Claude, if someone asks for a software recommendation, Claude provides a thoughtful, detailed comparison. It might mention 4 or 5 options with specific reasons for each. The brands that get mentioned in that response just got free exposure to a highly qualified potential customer. On Google's AI overview, the pattern is similar. Google pulls from multiple sources and generates a comprehensive answer at the bottom of the search page. The user might never scroll past it. Here's what's critical to understand. AI doesn't just look at your website to decide whether to recommend you. It looks at your entire digital footprint. Reddit discussions where your brand is mentioned, Quora answers, guest posts on industry blogs, news coverage, YouTube video transcripts, podcast show notes, customer reviews on third-party sites, all of it. Traditional SEO told you, build the best website and optimize it. AI visibility tells you, be present and consistent across the entire web. Because AI is reading everything and it decides whether to recommend your brand based on the pattern it sees across all those sources, not just your own website. Now, I want to show you something real, not theory, not predictions, actual data. We built a platform called TruIntel specifically to solve this problem. It tracks brand visibility across all the major AI platforms: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Google AI Overview. And we've been running visibility reports on some of the biggest brands in the world. Go to the link in the description and you can see these reports yourself. Right now we have live reports for brands like Nike, Amazon, Booking.com, Adobe, and so many more. These are companies that spend tens of millions of dollars annually on SEO and digital marketing. If anybody should be visible in AI search, it's them. But what we found is really fascinating. It's not a given that big brands automatically dominate AI search. There's significant variation. Some brands show up consistently when you ask AI about their category. Others are surprisingly invisible. And some are strong on one platform but completely absent from another. Let me walk you through what these reports actually show. For each brand, we track visibility across multiple dimensions. Which platforms mention the brand, which specific prompts and queries trigger these mentions. How the brand is positioned. Is it recommended as a top choice, mentioned as an alternative, or not being mentioned at all? What the sentiment is, positive, neutral, or negative, and how all of this compares to their competitors. When you look at the travel industry, for example, you can see exactly which hotel and airline brands AI recommends for different types of queries. Best airline for domestic flights, best hotels in New York for families, most reliable car rental company. The brands that consistently appear in these AI answers are getting something incredibly valuable. They're getting recommended by the new search engine, and every recommendation is a potential customer who never even sees a competitor's website. Now, here's what really strikes me when I look at this data. The brands that win an AI search aren't always the ones with the highest Google rankings or the biggest marketing budgets. They're often the ones with the strongest, most consistent presence across the broader web. They get mentioned in Reddit threads, they're being discussed in YouTube videos, they appear in industry publications, they have clear, consistent messaging about what they do, and AI recognizes that pattern of authority and trust. This is data that most businesses don't even know exists. They're spending thousands of dollars a month on SEO tools that track Google rankings. They're optimizing content for keywords. They're building backlinks. All while AI is quietly making decisions about whether to recommend their brand or their competitor's brand. And they have absolutely zero visibility into that process. They're flying blind in the fastest growing search channel. Alright, so let's get practical. What can you actually do about this? Here are 4 specific things you can start doing today. Number 1, build your presence on high authority third-party platforms. And I don't mean just getting backlinks. I mean genuinely participating in conversations on Reddit, Quora, and industry forums. I mean getting your brand mentioned in real helpful context. When someone asks what's the best tool for X on Reddit and your brand gets mentioned by a real user, AI reads that. It factors it in. The more frequent your brand appears in these organic conversations across the web, the more likely AI is to recognize you as a trusted option. Number 2, optimize your structured data. This is technical but important. Make sure your website has proper schema markup, organization schema, product schema, FAQ schema, review schema. This is essentially a structured cheat sheet that tells AI exactly who you are, what you offer, and who you serve. Don't make AI guess. Make it easy for it to understand your business. Number 3, create content that actually answers real questions directly. Not just keyword optimized blog posts, actual questions that real people ask in natural language. What's the best X for Y? How does X compare to Y? Why should someone use X instead of Y? When your content clearly and directly answers these questions, AI is more likely to use your content as a source and mention your brand. Number 4, and this is the most important one. Start measuring your AI visibility. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. If you don't know whether ChatGPT recommends your brand or your competitor's brand, you have no way to know what is being done and whether it's working or not. You need to track which AI platforms mention you, which queries trigger those mentions, and how you compare to competitors over time. The shift from traditional SEO to AI visibility isn't optional. It's already happening. The question is whether you're going to be ahead of it or behind it. The brands that start measuring and optimizing their AI visibility today are going to have a massive compounding advantage over the next few years. Here's what I want you to do right now after watching this. We've made our AI visibility reports completely free. Go to the link in the description. You'll see the reports we've already run on major brands, Nike, Amazon, Booking.com, Adobe, and dozens more. Browse through them, see what AI visibility data actually looks like, understand the kind of insights that are available, and then run a free brand report for your own brand. Enter your website URL and we'll generate a full visibility report showing you exactly how your brand appears across ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, and Google AI Overview. You'll see which AI platforms mention you, which specific queries trigger your visibility, and how you compare to your competitors, and obviously where the gaps lie. We're adding new brands every single day, and right now, this is completely free. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Look, here's the bottom line. The shift to AI search isn't something that's coming in the future. It's already here. Over 50% of searches end without a click. AI overviews are causing up to 64% traffic declines. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and Gemini are being used as search engines by millions of people every day. And this is only accelerating. The brands that take AI visibility seriously today, the ones that start measuring, start optimizing, start showing up in AI answers, they're going to be the ones to win this in the new landscape. Don't wait until your traffic drops another 30% to take this seriously. Go run your free report. The link is right below, like I've told you. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to this channel. We're going to be making more videos breaking down real AI search data, testing brands, and showing you exactly what's working right now. Drop a comment and tell me what brand you want me to test next. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.